Hi. Okay, so 40-day prosperity plan. Days 29 and 30, because although I did do the work, I did the work in my journal for day 29, so I did write it. So I'm on track. I did not go live yesterday, and part of that was I taught in the morning, I did slow in the afternoon, I taught in the evening, and when you're teaching, if you're a teacher, you understand, like, it's a lot of work. So my apologies for not going live yesterday, but I am going to do days 29 and 30 today. It's day 30 already. We only have 10 days left. That's it. Like, the time starts to go by very quickly after, well, to me, it just, after the first 10 statements, it starts to go by. So I will read day 29 and I will read day 30 today. Tomorrow is day 31. I'll be back on here live. Day 29 is statement 9. When I am aware of the God self within me as my total fulfillment, I am totally fulfilled. I am now aware of this truth. I have found the secret of life, and I relax in the knowledge that the activity of divine abundance is eternally operating in my life. I simply have to be aware of the flow, the radiation of that creative energy which is continuously, easily, and effortlessly pouring forth from my divine consciousness. I am now aware. I am now in the flow. And statement 10, which is for today, is I keep my mind and thoughts off this world, and I place my entire focus on God within as the only cause of my prosperity. I acknowledge the inner presence as the only activity in my financial affairs, as the substance of all things visible. I place my faith in the principle of abundance and action within me. So I did kind of have an idea of things that I wanted to say, but they all flew out of my head. And I taught today as well, and I'm teaching later tonight, so definitely all just flew out of my head. I'm just feeling in to see if there is anything that wants to come through me. I'm fresh off of a sex bomb session, which is one of the things that I felt into during sex bomb today was I could feel the depth of my desires. I could feel the immense power of my desires, and I could feel the power within me to bring them into the physical realm. And I also felt the weight of the responsibility of that, and not the weight like in a wrong way or a bad way, like not the burden, but just the weight of the responsibility of that. And I've spoken about responsibility before on here, and reading these statements is part of the statements that are in the abundance book are a way to begin to attune and get your mind in alignment with the divinity that's running through you. It's not that the statements themselves make you rich, right? Or increase the abundance in your life. Now, I will say that doing this book again, my money has shifted. It does every single time I do this book. Every single time. But it's not because of the statements. And this is the Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. It's not because of the statements, but it's how the statements begin to entrain your mind and your body to work together. But part of the key to that is responsibility. First of all, it's being responsible and committed to just doing the 40 days, to just seeing that through. And I remember the first time I did this, much like when I did a fast, the thing was, if I wasn't able to do it for me, because if it's for you, sometimes you're like, nah, I'll do it again. I would say to myself, if my children's lives depended on me finishing this 40 days, would I do it? Would I commit to this 40-day abundance plan, if not for me, for them? And the answer is yes, absolutely. And so that's partly how I got through my first one. I wasn't enough to do it. I didn't feel the desire for me, but my children were the reason. This is my fourth time doing it, and I am most certainly 100% the reason. And my children are an addition onto that. What I'm seeing and what I'm understanding more is the responsibility that I have to the vibration, to the frequency, to the power, to the desires that want to come through me. I used to want it to just show up. I used to want to just be this good person, whatever that, I don't even know what that is, but I just wanted to be this good person and thought if I did like nice things and if I was a good, nice person, and somehow magically things would just happen in my life. I really didn't want to play the game of life full out. I didn't really want to be, I didn't want to be responsible for my own power and for my own creation. And when things didn't go right, I would either blame myself or blame someone else. But I really didn't want to hold the space for the mature aspect of my ability to create the life that I desired. The statements in this book require you to be responsible for the life that you want to decide, for the life that you desire and the life that you want to design. It's not that you get to say these statements for 40 days in a row and you say them in the morning and that's it. I mean, you could do that, but you're not going to find much changing in your life. If you're serious and if you're committed to a true transformation of self, if you're serious and you're committed to really being of service in a deeper way, then you allow the statements to begin to be the opening. You allow yourself to be committed to it, because you'll need to be committed to whatever it is you decide moving forward. Whether it's building a business or building a career, you're going to need to be responsible. You need to be responsible for your power, which means being responsible for your energy, for the energy that you put out, for the energy that you allow in. It means you don't get to blame other people when things don't go right in your life. You can hold others responsible for their actions, and you need to also hold yourself responsible for your part and your actions in it. And that's what as we close out with day 30, that's what's really hitting me, is the weight and the depth of the responsibility. Because if you say you want it, whatever it is, what are you doing to get it? What are you sacrificing? Because it does require sacrifice. You're going to have to give up some things, even if it means giving up an old version of you, which it's most definitely going to require. And so it's the depth of the responsibility now. The understanding that if you are fully immersed and understand that you are this walking, luscious, infinite, abundant energy, if you are that in human form, like I said the other day, with great power comes great responsibility. And I could feel that today. I could feel it throughout my whole entire body while we were in Sex Bomb. I could feel the weight of the responsibility, and it didn't feel like something that was hard or wrong. It felt right. It was quite the turn on, actually. To really know that, yes, I am capable of creating exactly the life that I desire. Hands down, without a question. It's just a matter of what am I willing to put in for that. Because it's a give and take, it's a relationship. The more I am in service to this which runs through me, the more I will receive so that I can continue to be of service. And that is true abundance. That is the beautiful symbiotic relationship that takes place. The more I am of service and allow this source energy, quantum field, God's self to flow through my body and step out of the way and let that flow through me, the more it comes back to me in various forms of abundance. So day 29 and 30 together. I'll read it one last time. Then I'm going to go because I've been teaching a lot and I've been pretty fucking exhausted from it. And when it's like it's a different energetic level that I feel now versus before, where it was like I could feel it, but there's definitely a different depth to this after my Friday night shenanigans. So you can go back and see that video. Statement 9. When I am aware of the God self within me as my total fulfillment, I am totally fulfilled. I am now aware of this truth. I have found the secret of life and I relax in the knowledge that the activity of divine abundance is eternally operating in my life. I simply have to be aware of the flow, the radiation of that creative energy which is continuously, easily, and effortlessly pouring forth from my divine consciousness. I am now aware. I am now in the flow. And statement 10. I keep my mind and thoughts off this world, and I place my entire focus on God within as the only cause of my prosperity. I acknowledge the inner presence as the only activity in my financial affairs, as the substance of all things visible. I place my faith in the principle of abundance and action within me. Tomorrow's day 31. We are back to statement 1, last go round of the 10 statements up to statement 40. If you've been going along with this each day, congratulations to you. If you started over, no worries, been there, done that. And if you ever want to start from the beginning or any time, the videos are on YouTube if you just want a friendly voice to travel with you. I will post these here and continue to do so over time, just so they're there for you and easy to find. Okay, I love you. I will see you back here tomorrow morning for day 31. Bye.